Welcome to Kiana Sky Speaks, Oracle of the Sky Realms readings. Kiana Sky Speaks Studios presents the Oracle reading of the night, which is from my Angels and my Ancestors Oracle deck. And before we get started, I would like to say and just disclose that this reading is for whoever resonates with it, whoever clicks on my video. There is a silent message in there for you. And I just want to let you know that I channel this from my spirit guides, my higher self, my angels, my ancestors, and those that are of the highest light and the highest benevolent force that follows. And just wanted to make that as a disclaimer, as a disclosure, because it's what I wanted to do. So as we get started, here's the deck I'm using. Like I said, Angels and Ancestors. I was called to use this deck tonight for my YouTube video. And I was also called to make this YouTube video because the angels are calling us to unite in a way that we never have before, meaning to drop all our barriers and to stop people pleasing, to remember to stick up for yourself and stand in your power and open your voice and make yourself heard, all of this, and then step away from toxicity. That's the intuitive message I got before coming on here. And uniting with our soul tribe only and leaving the rest at the door. I heard let the bodies hit the floor. Not really like that, but it's the vibe. Just let the people fall off. Let the people fall off, you know? So that was that message there. And so now I am going to pull out a cards. What energy are we currently in right now? For the collective consciousness, this message is remove any messages that might specifically be for me and move it to collective energy. That still includes me, but collectively. Thank you. Trust in higher forces. Okay? Trust in higher forces. Let me say it again. Trust in higher forces. Not to say that we're better than, well, yes, trust in higher forces. And what I was going to say is it's not like we're not as great as spirit, but spirit is a greater vibration than us and in a different space than us, and spirit is wanting us to trust in the unknown, to trust in higher forces for our survival, and then learn from spiritual experiences. We're in a learning phase right now. I'm hearing we're in the learning phase, learning from what we experience in life. And life is, okay, I just heard this in my head, life is a spiritual experience itself. So we're basically learning from life experience, and that is what our energy is right now. We're experiencing life and then telling others about how we experience life. And it's doing life together is what I used to hear all the time. I used to be told in a community that I was in that doing life together was like the best thing that could happen. Doing life, networking, and doing all of that. And then when I grew up, I got older, I went to college, and they say the same thing. They just say it differently. In college, they say networking. In other fastest of life, they say doing life. So communication, community, and consciousness is what's happening. Is we are trusting in higher forces while we go through our spiritual experiences, and it's helping us. Okay, what else is our energy end off on? What seal off on this message? What's the energy that we are experiencing? Surround yourself with protective energy. As you go higher and higher spiritual ranking comes different levels of challenges because of the journey that you're on, and without there is no journey without struggle, and there's some struggle that needs to be gone through in our collective. So just make sure to make sure you're protecting your energy first and foremost, and protecting your environment, protecting your house, protecting your apartment. And ways you can protect it is Palo Santos. Another way you can protect it is literally envisioning that there's gold white light protection around you. Just however you protect your energy, just protect that energy. At this time, we need to be in the energy of doing that. And if that's the energy we're already in, we're already protecting our energy. We're already working. We're working on community, and with that comes the need for protection, because you could fall in the wrong community. So, alright, so for the second section of the reading, we're going to be doing what should we be working on? As a collective, what should we be working on? Self-growth is a big one. Inner work. Okay, inward. Go inward. And stop caring about what other people think. Stop caring if the agenda of you keep... Thank you, Spirit. Keep it to yourself. Stop telling people your business. Enjoy. Right now, we need to work on enjoying our growth, okay? And remember that we're reaping our rewards. Okay, we have to work on remembering that we are blessed. Okay? Remember that you are blessed, and that you're supposed to be enjoying your life. It's not supposed to be a drag all the time, and learning how to get through setbacks with a positive mindset. Okay? What other energy do we need to work on? Track down your fears and desires. The way that you can track down your fears and your desires is finding... The reason why we need to work on this is because tracking down your fears and desires is going to help you grow, so that you can figure out what you need to work on and what you need to face. And this reminds me a little bit of shadow work, because it just does. It reminds me of the goddess Hecate, the goddess Bridget and Freya, the goddess of war, or the god of war. And I feel like we need to work on that energy, staying equipped in this time of growth and reward. There comes where we need to face ourselves and do that inner work. And take care of your needs. Okay, remember to take care of your needs, okay? Don't forget about yourself and in the way that you go about your life. Don't forget about yourself. Don't forget to love yourself enough to take care of yourself and get things done with your health, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, is what I'm getting. Okay? 3 more cards. and then the wrap up. So, what's coming for the collective? What's the energy that's coming? What is the energy that is coming? Fire. So, ignited passion leads to this. The fire of your soul. Passions ignited, relationships formed, people coming together, and passion. I heard passion through purification and community. Okay, community is a big thing in my mind today. We are building a community of like-mindeds. Okay, what else is coming for the collective? Eagle. We're ascending, okay? See from a higher perspective. We're going to be seeing from a higher perspective. We're going to be lifted out of our storms. I literally just heard ascending. And our third eye, a lot of people, it's already, open for a lot of people. But if I'm speaking to you and you haven't had it open and you don't know what it is, spiritual awakening in all shapes or forms, all walks of life. If you've been a spiritualist for 10 years, there's still spiritual awakenings every day for you. So you're still going to be ascending, even if you're 10 years in the craft. And let me just say, no matter 1 year or 10 years, in any kind of I wouldn't say that because some people, they work really hard for what they do. But I'm just saying, when you are a spiritual practitioner or a spiritualist, 1 year of experience and 10 years of experience sometimes doesn't make a difference with what our soul knows. And that's all I'm saying. Okay. And intuitive messages, and guides and angels are going to send you intuitive messages. So this is coming up here because on the full moon you are going to be getting several downloads of information that you have been waiting for. Cool. So what's coming is your passions are going to be ignited to help you see into a higher perspective and be lifted out of your problems and into that intuition and that awakening. Okay. So, now that I've pulled all these cards, what is the point of this whole reading? I've been going over different messages for the different cards, and they all tie together. So what do you want the collective to walk away with? What is the last message that you would like to give the collective that ties everything together, that makes the reading make sense? Okay. Just getting them all shuffled and making sure they're all in the right. Nickelodeon. I don't know why I heard that. A lot of stuff coming through. Alright, here we go. Last card. Let's bring it out. Be the light. Stand in the light. The White Witch came out. So, keep being the light, stand in your light, and through trusting higher perspectives, you will become the light through all of your experiences. So I'm going to go over really quickly the whole reading, and then I'm going to end this. So the first card I got was the Shaman, which is to trust in higher forces so that you can learn from your spiritual experiences. You do not always have to suffer per se, but there is no growth without suffering in some form. It doesn't mean, oh, I want to suffer, I want to suffer. No, it's just, I want to grow. And so through that, you need to protect yourself. I got the arrow for that. And then we're working on growth, reaping rewards. We're tracking down our fears so we can take care of ourselves, igniting our passions so we can see from a higher perspective, and making sure we are taking note of those intuitive messages, which this is the point of the reading. Through all of that, you will become the light and be the light. So remember to shine that light and do not dim it for anybody. Thank you.